Konnichiwa and hello everybody. I hope you are all geared up for your Japanese lesson today. Well, last time in our last lesson, I left you with a small phrase in the end which I did not explain. So, I will explain it today. I left you with this phrase, Ashita mata aimashou. A simple phrase which is used very commonly in Japan. When you part from someone, when you part from somewhere, say probably from a class or from a meeting, you generally say, and if you are going to meet the person again, people again, then you say mata ashita aimashou. So, well, I used ashita mata aimashou. Ashita is very simple. Ashita means tomorrow, mata means again, and aimashou means let's meet. So, the meaning of this phrase is let's meet again tomorrow. So, well, just repeat after me once, ashita mata aimashou. Once again, ashita mata aimashou. So, now last time in our last lesson I had given you some assignments. Did you complete them? Well, I am going to give you the solution as well. It is a very simple one. Assignment 1 was match group A with group B. So, you have group A over here listed in Roman, you have it in hiragana as well, and then we have group B over here which is the English meanings. So, I will just point it out to you once for pronunciation so that you get the right pronunciation. The answers are ashi, leg, ari, ant, karasu, crow, koara, koala bear, isu, chair, kani, crab, iruka, dolphin, kohi, coffee, saru, monkey, sakana, fish, suzume, sparrow. Well, I had given you another assignment to match group A with group B. Now, group A has numbers written over here in Japanese and group B has the English equivalent written over here. So, you just had to match them. I will do the matching right here in front of you so that you can also get the pronunciation well. So, I start now. Hachi, 8, ni, 2, roku, 6, kyu, 9, ju, 10, san, 3, shichi or nana, 7, ichi, 1, yon, or she. 4. Go. 5. So, I hope now you would remember all the pronunciations properly. Now, this was your third assignment, where there are a lot of pictures given and you have to name the animals and the objects in the pictures. So, well, let us see what the first one is. Well, the picture is of a crab. So, what is a crab in Japanese? You have done the word, it is kani. And then we have a watch, a wristwatch, which is toke. Kaban. We have sushi here, which is a Japanese delicacy, and you can see rice in white. These are rice balls, and on top of the rice balls you have raw fish. So, it is called sushi and it is had with soya sauce. Then we have tamago, which is egg. You can see a table over there. A table is called a tsukue. It is tsukue, tsukue, and not sukue, sukue. Please remember that it is tsukue. Keshigomu, which is a rubber or an eraser. Then we have kumo, which you can clearly make out is a spider, and karasu, which is a crow. It is all black with a long beak. It is a crow, karasu. Ari, Ari is an ant. You have this boy sweating. So, well, sweat is ase. And then we have osara, which is a plate, you can see. A lot of trees in this picture. It is mori, looks like a wood, looks like a small forest. So, a forest is a mori in Japanese. We have boshi over here, and the pronunciation is boshi, which is a long O sound, means a cap. Enpitsu, and you can see the spelling is enpitsu, but when you pronounce it, it is enpitsu. So, before P, the sound N changes to M. Please remember, it is enpitsu. Then we have megane, which clearly you can see what it is. Uma, a horse. Isu, and then we have hachi, which is a bumblebee, and hachimitsu is honey. And then we have kutsu. So, this is your vocabulary section for you. You can learn a lot of words over here, speak aloud, say it out aloud, and you will feel comfortable. So, now I hope You will also practice at home and get the right pronunciation. This is a small picture for you over here. You were supposed to name the objects in the picture. So, again for the pronunciation we will do it right here. Boshi, kaban, isu, hon, enpitsu, kasa. Now, we were doing pronunciation practice. It will help you in saying words. You will get used to the sounds. So, this pronunciation practice is extremely essential. Try to do it out aloud, and over here please repeat after me. So, let us see what the first one is. A, I, U, E. Ho, hi, he. A, I, U, O. Sa, su, sa, se. Ke, ki, ku, ko. Ta, chi, ta, tsu. Ko, ki, ki, ke. Ta, chi, tsu, te. Ka, ki, ku, ke. Te, chi, tsu, to. Ke, ki, ku, ko. Te, chi, ta, tsu. O, I, E. To, chi, ta, te. O, I, Sa, shi, su, se. E, I, U, Se, shi, su, so. Sa, shi, sa, su. Na, ni, nu, ne. Ha, hi, ha, hu. Ne, ni, nu, no. So, well, this was your pronunciation practice. Now, if you remember, in the last lesson we did the scripts in Japanese. So, we started with hiragana script. We did 3 sections of hiragana, which is the vowels. We did the ka series and we did the sa series for you. I will write down all of it for you on the board before I start on pronunciation practice. The vowel series is a, I, U, E, O. Then the K series is ka, ki, ku, ke and ko. Please try to get the right pronunciation. Then we have the sa series or the S series, sa, shi, su, se and so. This is what we did last time. You will notice that this sound is a little different. This is an exception here. It is not C, but it is she, similar to the English she. Pronunciation wise it is similar to SHE in English. So, please remember that. Now, today we will do the T sound, the H sound and the N sound for you, hiragana. As I had told you earlier, hiragana has 46 such symbols. Hiragana has 46 symbols for 46 different sounds. So, the first set of hiragana is 46 symbols. We have already done 15 over here. Now, again we will do 15 more. Ta, with vocabulary as well. Ta, take, tatemono. Chi, tulip, chizu. Tsu, tsukue, tsuchi. Te, tegami, tebukuro. To, tora, tomato. So, you have so many words, new words for you to learn now. You will notice that the sound ta is not followed by sound ti and tu, as in ka, ki and ku. It is ta, chi, tsu, te and to. This is an exception over here, and again this is also an exception. Please remember, these two are exceptions in the ta series. I will write down the ta series also for you. Ta, chi, tsu, te and to. Ta, chi, tsu, te, to. So, please repeat after me. Ta, chi, tsu, te, to. Some new vocabulary with ta series. Tanuki, tamago, tabako, cheetah, chikatetsu, chi, tsunami, tsuru, terebi, tokage, toke. Now, this is tsu. Please remember tsu. It is different from tu. The next series is the na series. The na series. Na, nana, nami, ni, ningyo, ninjin, nu, nuigurumi, nuno, ね、猫、ネズミ。の、のこぎり、のり。So you have more vocabulary for you to learn. Nabe, namida, niji, news, nuru, numa, neji, nedan, nodo, nogyo, all these new words, new vocabulary that we are doing over here now will actually come in handy. So please practice at home, get this vocabulary, try to say these things more often so that your tongue is used to these new sounds, you can pronounce easily, and it's easier for you to speak when we actually start conversation. So now we have ha series for you over here. Ha, hana, hasami, hi, hige, himo, fu, fune, fusen, he, hebi, hair, ho, hone, hoseki. So these are all new words for you, for your tongue to get used to these sounds, for your mind to get used to these sounds when you speak, so that it comes out easily. You need to practice more at home. Some more vocabulary with ha series. Hana, hachi, himo, fusuma, henji, heiwa, hoki, hon. Now I will write down the ha series as well for you. Ha, he, hu, he, ho. Now you will notice this sound is somewhat hu and somewhat fu. So whichever is easy, the actual sound is hu as you blow air out, but you can also say fu if it is very, very inconvenient. Well, I would like to tell you one thing, that as we are doing hiragana, that is the first script that we do in Japanese, and of course everything can be written in hiragana. We do not require all the 3 scripts that I told you about in our last lesson. but later on you will notice yourself that without kanji and without katakana it becomes a little difficult for Japanese to read the script. Why? You would like to know why? It is very simple, because when you write in Japanese you do not put spaces in between words as we are all used to doing in English, and because there are no spaces one does not know when the word begins and when the word ends. So, it is extremely essential. So, it is easy when you have 3 scripts, it is easy to understand when a word is beginning and when a word is ending, even if the space is not there. So, well, now enough of vocabulary for today. There is lots to learn at home. We will start on simple conversation over here, something very, very simple. This is how do you do, how would you introduce yourself in Japanese, how would you tell who you are in Japanese. So, simple word is jiko shokai. Jiko shokai means self introduction. We will do self introduction today, first chapter for you, simple conversation. Hajimemashite, watashi wa Kumar desu. Douzo yoroshiku onegai shimasu.
Hajimemashite, watashi wa Honda desu. Douzo yoroshiku.
I will read the conversation to you first and then I will explain it. Now, you can see over here how it is written. It is written in all the 3 scripts. Of course, this is hiragana. I am sure you would have understood this part is hiragana. Now, this small thing over here, this small character that you see over here, this is kanji. These characters we will do a little later. There is one over here, then there is another one over here, and then you can see something written, 2 characters written over here also. So, you will notice that we have hiragana, we have kanji, and then as I told you in our previous chapter, in our previous lesson, katakana is used for foreign words. So, well, it is a foreign word. So, it is very, very clear. Of course, I have given the spacing for us to understand and read, but generally when you write in Japanese there is no spacing at all in between words. Now, I will read it out that this conversation is between Kumar and Honda, Kumar san and Honda san. As I told you, for Mr., Miss and Mrs. we use san in the end after the name. So, Kumar san and Honda san, conversation between the two. I will just read it out to you. Hajimemashite, watashi wa Kumar desu. Douzo yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Hajimemashite, watashi wa Honda desu. Douzo yoroshiku. Of course, it is a little difficult to understand anything now, but I am sure 2 words you would have caught, Kumar and Honda. Okay. So, now I will explain this to you. Hajimemashite, this word actually means to start, to begin, anything. Hajimemashite word means to start or to begin. Now, this is a very, very common phrase used when you meet someone for the first time. When you introduce yourself to anybody, to a group or to anybody for the first time only, then you will use this phrase hajimemashite, watashi wa, you tell your name, watashi wa so and so desu, and douzo yoroshiku onegai shimasu. I have just told you hajimemashite, which means to start or to begin. It is association, friendship. Let us begin. Watashi word, watashi means I. This word, this sound written here in bold is wa. It is a particle, and particles are a very, very important integral part of the language. Why? Because they join words to make proper, complete, meaningful sentences. So, we need va over here. Then Kumar is the name of this person who is introducing himself, and this over here in the end is a verb. So, from here I am sure you can make out the Japanese is a subject object verb combination. The subject comes in the beginning, object in the middle of the sentence, and verb, unlike English, comes in the end. I will of course explain wa to you later, but for the time being I will read it again. Hajimemashite, watashi wa Kumar desu. So now you can understand this gentleman here is introducing himself as Kumar, I am Kumar. We go on to the third one, dozo yoroshiku onegai shimasu. This is a phrase. It can be divided into parts, of course. The complete meaning of the phrase is that I am introducing myself, I am so and so, I place myself in your hands for your favorable consideration in the future. So, I am sure you can understand some of it over here. Of course, wa and this I will explain a little later. So, once again, hajimemashite, watashi wa Kumar desu, dozo yoroshiku onegai shimasu. And Honda-san again does exactly the same. He says hajimemashite, watashi wa Honda desu, dozo yoroshiku. Now, as I told you earlier, wa is a very important particle. It is a grammatical particle and it tells you about the topic or the subject of conversation. Va signifies, as is written over here, the primary subject or topic in a sentence. So, it is very, very important, and generally the topic would be a noun or a pronoun would be there. So, generally va will follow a noun or a pronoun. As I said, the verb part comes in the end. This is a verb, but it is not a complete verb as such. It is a combination of verb and a particle and is being used in the language as a verb. Well, it is given for your reference over here. Hajimemashite, an expression used when introducing oneself or meeting someone for the first time only, and is similar in meaning to the English phrase how do you do or nice to meet you. Dozo yoroshiku, a phrase used together with hajimemashite when introducing oneself to someone, meaning pleased to meet you. The phrase is a request for the other person's favorable consideration in the future. Yoroshiku actually means to convey my best, convey my good wishes. It is also used in formal written Japanese to convey regards to someone, and you have the example here, you can read it. Onegai shimasu is a request to start the association or relationship and is a request for approval and consideration by the other individual in the future. So, these are just phrases which you have to learn and memorize. Well, now as we did this first sentence over there, watashi wa desu. It is very simple. Watashi, as I told you, is I, wa is the particle which I talked about earlier, and over here you can have your name. So, it can be any name, anybody can be introduced like this. Tanaka, a Japanese name, Suzuki, another Japanese name, Honda, another Japanese name, an English name Jane, Rao, an Indian name. So anyone, any you can introduce yourself like this: watashi wa Tanaka desu, watashi wa Suzuki desu, watashi wa Honda desu, watashi wa Jane desu, watashi wa Rao desu. So, simple introduction over here. Watashi wa Tanaka desu, watashi wa Suzuki desu, watashi wa Murakami desu, Matsumoto desu, Nishimura, Rao and Jane. So, very simple. You can do this on your own now. Then you can also tell about your profession. You can talk about your profession. The pattern does not change over here. Again, it is about yourself. So, the subject is over here, which is I after subject wa will come, and instead of name you can put your profession over here. So, you could be doctor Isha, engineer Gishi, you could be a nurse Kangofu, you could be a teacher Sensei, you could be a secretary Hisho, you could be a lawyer Bengoshi. So, whatever you are doing, whatever your profession, instead of name you can put the profession and you can introduce yourself like this in a very, very simple manner. Watashi wa Isha desu. Watashi wa kangofu desu. Watashi wa hishou desu. Watashi wa shufu desu. Shufu is a housewife. Watashi wa gakusei desu. Gakusei is a student. Watashi wa bengoshi desu. As I told you, lawyer. Watashi wa gishi desu. As I told you, engineer. So, now this is a very, very simple way of introducing yourself. Now, you could say the whole thing once again. Hajimemashite, watashi wa Tanaka desu. Watashi wa bengoshi desu. Dozo yoroshiku onegai shimasu. So, you have your complete introduction now in a proper manner. Now, of course, this is you are just stating something, you are just telling something. But what about when you want to ask, are you a student? Are you a lawyer? Are you a doctor? So, what will you do then? Very, very simple, nothing much has to be done. The pattern remains the same, it does not change at all. Instead, we just add something in the end, which is particle ka. Okay? We just add a simple particle in the end to make it an interrogative sentence statement. Over here we have done watashi wa isha desu, simple, it is a statement, I am a doctor. But well, if I want to ask, are you a doctor? The word for you is, you have done the word for I, the word for you is anata, y-o-u, anata. Anata wa isha desu ka? Anata wa isha desu ka? This particle ka over here. Ka is a interrogative particle, important particle, making a sentence into a question, simple to be used in the end of a sentence. Now, one thing I want to tell you before I go any further, I have told you about watashi. Now, I give you this word anata, which means you, but in Japanese, whenever you ask a question, you will generally not use anata, which means you will take the name, use the name of the person you are asking. For example, if you are asking Tanaka-san, you are asking Rao-san or you are asking Jane-san, then you will say, Jane-san, anata wa isha desu ka? Tanaka-san, anata wa isha desu ka? Or just Tanaka-san, isha desu ka? That also can be done. Anata is of course you, unlike English. In English, of course, we use you all the time for anyone, any age, but in Japanese, anata is considered a little direct. So, generally you would use the name of the person. We have this over here for you. Again, Honda-san and Kumar-san over here. Honda is asking Kumar-san, Kumar-san wa gakusei desu ka? See, you can see Kumar-san is given over here. So, Kumar-san wa gakusei desu ka? Hai, watashi wa gakusei desu. So, hai, this word hai, which I am introducing here now, means yes, I am a student. Gakusei is a student. So, Kumar-san wa gakusei desu ka? Kumar-san, are you a student? Yes, I am a student. Watashi wa gakusei desu. Pattern is the same. Watashi wa gakusei desu. Gakusei, of course. Gakse desu. So, it is very simple. A statement can be changed into an interrogative statement by just using ka. You can ask and answer in this very simple manner. Put a stop here and say, hi, watashi wa so and so desu. Short answers are also listed over here for you. For example, if I ask Kumar-san wa gakuse desu ka? So, instead of saying the whole thing, hi, watashi wa gakuse desu, you can always say very simply, hi, so desu. It is a simple short answer, which means yes, what you are saying is correct. Or you can also make it even more simpler by just saying so desu. So long sound desu. Of course, this is not very formal, this is extremely informal, to be used amongst friends only and not to your seniors at all. Now, over here you can see ka is used to express the speaker's doubt and uncertainty about something, and interrogative sentence is formed by adding particle ka at the end of a sentence with a rising intonation. So, please remember, the rising intonation is very important. With ka, always the intonation is high, that is what makes it into a question statement. So, please remember that. So, now a simple phrase for you. We have done so much. Wakarimashita ka? A simple statement over here. We have already done so much. I have explained so many things to you. Wakarimashita ka? Have you understood? Have you understood what we have done so far? Wakarimashita ka? Say that please. Wakarimashita ka? This is with ka over here. This is a question I am asking you. So, you can say, hai, wakarimashita. Hai, wakarimashita. You have done hai means yes, wakarimasu means understood. So, wakarimashita ka means have you understood? Hai, I have understood. Now, last time I had talked to you about these three scripts, the hiragana, katakana and the kanji script. Of course, the hiragana script I have been doing with you, last time I did, and this time also I did about 15 characters with you, 15 symbols with you, 15 sounds with you. Now, today I will just introduce the kanji script a little. Just 3 kanjis for you today, not too many, and we will be doing it from this book here. It is 250 essential kanji characters for everyday use. This book is very simple, and why I find it interesting is that it has things given very clearly. The stroke order of the kanji, how it is to be drawn, how it is to be made is given very clearly in this book. Which stroke comes first, which comes second, and then how it is to be written. So, all those things are there, and the most important part about the book is that how the kanji has come into being is also given very clearly in the book. This book is by Kanji Text Research Group of Tokyo University, 250 essential kanji for everyday use. You could use it at home. So, I will write it down for you on the board. It is a straight line, horizontal line drawn like this. The Chinese count their numbers and write kanji like this. It is counted like this, and the picture, the character comes from the single finger, which is horizontal like this. I will show it to you. Can you see it? Can you zoom in a little please? Okay, is this clear now? Is it visible? Over here, it's, see, look at this. This one over here. This is how it is to be written and shown. In a similar manner, we have ichi, we have ni also for you. 2 lines, 2 horizontal lines to be made like this. The first one is short and the second one is longer than the first one. If you make it like this, then it becomes an equal sign. So, that you have to please remember, the first line is small and the second one is longer. This is ni, like this. This is how they show it in Chinese. Then we have 3, which is sun, you all know, ichi, ni and san. So, you will see it is very clear. The first one is long, the second one is a little shorter than the first one, and the third one is the longest of them all. This is sun. So, ichi, ni and san. Please, I will draw it once again for you, ichi, ni and san. Is it clear? Please remember that these are very simple. Of course, for the time being we will only do one reading each for all of them. There are a number of readings for ichi, ni and san, but for the time being only just one each. Now, we have a simple expression for you, konbanwa, konbanwa. Please say that, konbanwa. So, it means good evening, as you can see very clearly, but please remember this n over here is of course n, but the way it is pronounced is, press your lips like this, close your lips, and it is an m sound. So, please, konbanwa, konbanwa, konbanwa. So, please remember that it is easier, and there is a reason for it. Of course, the reason we will do later when we do more words. Last time in our last lesson we did vocabulary from 1 to 10. I hope you remember, all of you. We did ichi, ni, san, shi, go, roku, nana, hachi, kyu, ju. So, now after ju, today I will just read this out for you from 11 till 30. Ju ichi, ju ni, ju san, ju yon or she, ju go, ju roku, ju nana or shichi, ju hachi, ju kyu or ku, niju. Again, after 20 it is back to 1. So, niju ichi, niju ni, niju san, niju yon, niju go, niju roku, niju nana, niju hachi, niju ku and sanju. So, please remember these are very important, these will come very handy when we are doing other things later on. So, you need to remember your numbers very, very nicely. Of course, there is vocabulary for you. You can introduce yourself better now with this vocabulary. I will just read it out so that you get the pronunciation. Daigakusei, ryugakusei, kyoju, sensei, bengoshi, sannensei, hisho, shufu, untenshu, kenkyu-in, kenkyusei, joshu. Some of the vocabulary I have already done in the conversation. There is new vocabulary for you, you can learn it introduce yourself in a better way. Of course, there is more vocabulary again. Kangofu, Oisha-san, Keikan, Shufu, Astronoto, Osumo-san, Air hostess, Pirate. So, these are all new words, new ways of pronouncing these words. Tamago, Tora, Cheetah, Kasa, Taco, Tokage, Inu, Hato. So, you got all this vocabulary earlier, now it is with pictures. So, it is easier to remember with pictures, visuals are always very strong. So, please try to remember this. Now is the difficult part, you have your assignments. So, you need to do these assignments at home, you have done a lot of vocabulary, some conversation you have done, lot of new vocabulary you have learnt. So, now we have the pictures for you. Here I have put these pictures. I want you to name what the object is. So, please try to name them and then we will see it tomorrow whether you have done it properly or not. Assignment 2 is again match A and B. It is very simple. You have done this earlier in primary school, I am sure, match group A with group B. So, it is similar to that. Group A has Japanese words here listed for you, group B has the meanings. So, I want you to match these. Then as we did earlier, given you some pictures, you have to name the pictures, you have done it. So, please try to do it without looking at what is given. Over here I have this small conversation which we did. I want you to use these words A, B, C, D, the options here, use it in place of this word underlined which is gakse, use these and then answer these questions. These are short questions, you could answer them any which way you want. It could be short answers, it could be full answers, whichever you want, and you just see how much you remember actually. Well, this is for today. I think we have done quite a bit, we have done a lot of things. So, I will leave you here today. There is a lot of work for you also to do. Remember, memorize, learn, practice everything. Try writing also if you can with a small phrase again. Soredewa minasan ashita mata aimashou. And this I will explain to you next time in our third class. Thank you very much.